I recently got some technical breathwork coaching, and it's probably not from who you'd expect, legendary strongman John Brookfield. We recently went to film a hardcore home gym tour with John, and he introduced us to his new Rise plus Restore breathing method he's been working on for the last several years. Let's start from the beginning with my first introduction to John's method. I am ready to take my breathing to the next level, and you're the man to do it. Rise then Restore is this thing that you started to kind of like work with several years ago, and is a method of training your breath that I have never seen or heard of before, and you should listen, just like breathe. He can pull a truck with his breath, it's so strong, and he's got x-rays that show the breath moving around the body. He's got feats of strength that are almost unexplainable.
Well, basically with the Rise then Restore, there's many modules to the system, and we always progress. But first we teach people how to breathe properly. And then from there, we actually teach them how to decompress their spine and major organs. And as we improve with this system, we're actually going to we keep creating more breathing space and breathing strength. See, most people just like they're trying to breathe with a kink twisted garden hose.
Yeah.
They just can't get air. So we're going to take that kink twisted garden hose, turn it into a wide open fire hose. We have 11 intercostals on both sides along our rib cage, around the front and around the back. They're kind of like the unsung heroes of breathing. And see, our diaphragm is the main breathing muscles, but the intercostals actually is what expands, where we can create more breathing space, and also the mobility in our rib cage for the diaphragm and everything else to move.
This is going to be my secret edge. So when you guys start seeing me do some really freaky things in the next few years, this is my secret edge, John.
As long as we're breathing through our nose, right? We're not going to get pushed into a panic breathing like we would through our mouth. Okay, so this is not going to get you into a heightened state. It's just going to be like almost like you're pumping up a bicycle tire. I'll just do it. So I'm actually breathing out and exhaling in that quick, just boom, 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 boom. Now that was very quick.
I mean, honestly, that looked kind of tiring.
What I was feeling though, it was just, even though I've been doing this a while,
Yeah.
it was just like you were thumbing me in the ribs every time.
Really?
And I could feel this even around my back. Don't think about using more weight with this. People think about that. Our improvements with this is lasting longer and breathing harder. Really concentrate, a little bit slower, John, a little bit slower. There you go. Really concentrate on pushing that air out.
My tongue is getting tired. I got about here and I started to feel like, well, now I got to pull them back because I feel like I was supporting now as my shoulders are firing too much.
Just put your fingers on my rib cages here. I'm not going to breathe in your face. You ready?
Yeah. Oh God.
See how they're going out?
Yeah, I could feel a lot of force. It's almost like someone's punching me.
Exactly. So I'm just pushing air really hard out and in. Just boom, 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 boom. Now one is going to go up and one is going to go down.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not actually doing it, but see how my rib cage is tilted?
Yeah.
So when I go from there, it's tilting to the side.
Oh.
So now we're going to apply the same type of breathing thing. One goes up and one goes down. So my rib cage is tilted. So now parts of the intercostals lower is working here and higher. So it's shifting my rib cage around and forcing them at different angles. It's creating a lot of space and mobility. See, I can see the ribs firing through the shirt there.
Okay. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place, honestly. Like there's moments in there where I feel like I'm almost bouncing against, and it's like that's a sensation that feels like I'm trying to chase that, but I can't hold it.
Let's work on like the undulation breath. This is all done internally. You'll see my left shoulder elevate with the breath.
Yeah.
There's nothing firing but my breath. My breath is elevating my shoulder, and I can feel this all the way in my back pulling like up. So it's going left like a seesaw, left and right. Okay?
Yeah.
Now with this position, think about the clock. I'm going to shoot a breath like 9 and 3, kind of, I'm going to do 4 kind of up the clock, okay? This is all done with breath.
It's almost like you're possessed.
It's just like the chiropractors proved on the x-rays that I showed you. The breath from inside the body has actually manipulated the spine, the diaphragm, the rib cage, and even the pelvis if you could see low enough.
It's startling to hear it in person because it's like, I've never heard anyone breathe like that before.
When you think about our breath, we're thinking strength, power, and speed, okay? Just like a lifter might think about
Sure.
that, or an athlete, okay? And one thing I call it turning the ship. Once again, I'm breathing up my side, kind of boom, boom, boom through these intercostals, and I'm gonna push my body back up with the other intercostals, okay?
Okay.
If I wouldn't just kind of unlay from here, my breath actually going from 11 to 1 is actually pushing that up and moving that.
Okay.
And 8 pounds doesn't look like a lot, but that's a pretty good load when you got it like that, when you're just doing it with your breath. And once you get over there, don't lean back up.
Well, he's showing me how he's moving his breath and using his tongue as kind of like he calls it a rudder, and manipulating the position of the back of your tongue changes the directionality of the wind, or of the breathing. So I have my fingers here and I can feel, go ahead. It almost feels like a snake wiggling in my hand.
So one way we can actually, with the undulation breath, we can actually load it and use a progression. Now I'm gonna breathe 3 times up until 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. See my shoulder go out?
Yeah.
That's all breath. Think once again like that rudder of that boat. It could be a small boat or a pirate ship, or that ship has to go. It has to go where the rudder moves. As long as there's water to move in.
Yeah.
It has to go that direction, unless it doesn't have space.
I'm gonna show you guys something real quick we did off camera. Sam was changing the battery. I can do that if I'm trying to be as honest as possible and breathe in kind of this pattern that he has if you go into the whirlwind. I can feel it kind of moving and shimming. You throw on an 11-pound Bulgarian bag, and I'm gonna try to emulate the same position. Like I can't even do it anymore, barely. Hold on.
Probably lost about half your mobility, I would say.
Like I feel like it's just like it's a completely different thing. It's like, wow. It's like when you're doing it without any sort of resistance or load, it's like, yeah, anyone can do bicep curls if they're not doing this. But the moment you add in a little bit of weight, it's like, okay, it's a different thing. You guys are gonna follow me. I'm gonna work with some of these exercises and do some homework, and I'm gonna come back, right?
All right, sounds good.
All right, thanks, John.
Thank you, John.
I quickly realized I was in over my head for a single session, so John sent me home with some homework. I train every day, so I budgeted in just 5 to 10 extra minutes before my afternoon workouts to practice his breathing methods. And then I kept the momentum going, carrying the quality breathing into the rest of my progressive warm-up and flow work. The core of John's method is its playfulness. He provides an engaging variety of techniques and intentions that keep you trying to breathe differently and better. The more experimentation you do, the more opportunities you'll have to discover personal winning techniques. For me, I found a way to top off my breath at the end of a deep nasal inhale, getting a final gasp of air that feels incredibly satisfying. Also, the shimmying whirlwind breath is a keeper for me, since I was already actually doing something like this as a relaxation technique on my own. It just reinforced the idea I was onto something. The constant experimentation forces you to listen to your body more closely and develop practical solutions that work for you, even if they're unconventional. Even if you assume the specific techniques are just distractions, they still succeed because any focused breathing is superior to unfocused breathing. From the directional breathing to velocity of breathing, to the long exhales, the method kept me busy. Breathwork engagement was a win for me. Your stuff works. Like it works. I've been doing it like 2 weeks, been playing with it. It's best to do it, I find it's best to do it right before a workout. So I'll sit there and it's almost like meditation, but I keep my eyes open if I want to or not, or adjust my position. So I'm not so strict with that, but I'm focused on, like I'm trying to get better at it. It's not about like speed or force or like, yes, you can focus on these things, but I think the beauty of your method is I'm playing with throwing air here, there, changing exhale time. Your exhale challenge is really hard, by the way. Like trying to exhale slowly out for 60 seconds is impossible for me right now. It just carries over to the whole workout, and it's a completely different game.
Well, I appreciate that good report. Yeah, breathing's everything. Whether if you're thinking athletic enhancement, just stress and depression, even like for a businessman concentrating, your breath is everything once you learn how to do it. And so it's all about really, we just like you would create world-class mobility or flexibility and also strength, we do the same thing with what I teach with the breathing muscles. We're going to make our breathing muscles as strong as possible, but also have the most mobility in our breathing system with our rib cage too.
I'm excited to see where it goes, because if anyone sticks to a really good flexibility program, and I know where to find one, if you stick to a really good flexibility program and start stretching correctly, you'll look back after you start to work with it like, oh, this works, this is doing pretty good. Go a year further and you'll be like, whoa, things were still improving. So with a method like this, I feel like this has been 2 weeks. What happens 2 years from now if I stick with it? The ceiling is going to take me time to get there. I'm starting to look back at old footage and look back the last 2 weeks of some of the stuff I filmed for like Instagram stories or whatever, some footage that I don't share, I just film myself. And I'm like, my mouth is shut because I'm breathing into my nose now. And now I'm looking back at old footage and be like, my mouth isn't shut. I'm breathing through my mouth and I'm not fully gassed out. You see what I'm saying? Like if you're breathing out of your mouth on chest exercises like this and it's the first set of the workout and it's easy, like what is going on? I wasn't thinking.
Our nervous system doesn't know if we're getting charged by a Bengal tiger or if we're laying on the beach unless we give it input.
Right. I've noticed that when I started doing this breath work and focusing on that more and doing it before my workout, I'm able to last like 3 hours of focused work. Like my intensity of focus at 3 hours is like, it's 4 o'clock and I want to do something else, like training wise. I don't want to stop training. I'm that focused. I'm gonna keep working with it. I want to practice some more and kind of come back with you. But it's Rise Then Restore. His courses are online. You got like 20 to 30 exercises that you can try.
We have about 18 modules in that course. In the website, Rise Plus Restore, there's about 18 modules in that course, and it's very progressive. It teaches people how to breathe correctly, and then just kind of takes them through the system. So anybody can follow it, world-class athlete, or just once again anybody.
Rise Then Restore, check it out, and we're gonna do more stuff together, John. Like I just feel like I feel like we have a lot in common, and I think we can get along pretty good, man.
No, I agree. I appreciate that.